We want to keep the funding for our military, for our veterans, for our women and our children in this country continuing. We want the government to stay open.
Time is running out for Congress to avoid a government shutdown. If lawmakers don't reach a deal by midnight tomorrow, hundreds of thousands of federal workers could get furloughed or forced to work without pay. In central Georgia, Robins Air Force Base and the surrounding community could feel some of the impact. Hunter King has more tonight.
Robins Air Force Base is the economic heart of Warner Robins. The base contributes more than $4 billion to Georgia's economy and employing over 22,000 people, making it the largest single-site employer in the state. But if the government shuts down Wednesday, that heart could skip a beat.
They classify you as either essential or non-essential personnel. And if you're non-essential, then of course you probably stand at home. If you're essential, then you'll come to work.
The ripple effects could extend beyond the base's gates to businesses that depend on base workers. Just across the street, Greg's 2.0 has served the community since the building opened in the 1950s.
Of course it's a concern, but I think all the trials and tribulations that we have been through, we've always overcome.
Manager Sarah Hostleton says base employees are a big part of their business, but she's confident loyal regulars will help them weather any storm.
Without them, I think, we might not be here without our regulars.
Willie X, a veteran who's been through shutdowns during his service, says the real solution lies in Washington.
Our elected leaders on the Republican and the Democrat side should be able to foster an agreement based on what is best for the majority of people.
The Military Times reports that non-essential civilian workers will be furloughed without pay. Military personnel will be required to work but won't receive paychecks until Congress reaches a funding deal. Reporting in Warner Robins, Hunter King, 13 WMAZ News.
This would be the 15th government shutdown since 1980. The last major shutdown lasted 34 days from December 2018 to January 2019. Now, retired military personnel and their benefits would not be affected by a shutdown, but current federal workers would. In Georgia, there are more than 100,000 federal workers. Two of Georgia's biggest government employees, the CDC and the Department of Health and Human Services. If a shutdown does happen, those two departments could furlough more than 40,000 federal health workers nationwide.